Melanated and elevated, baby.
Hey, what's going on, kings and queens? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode. You know, we always come in with the juicy, with the real, something that's going to elevate that mental. So let them know what we're talking about.
Yeah, today we got to get into the dark night of the soul. And we got to talk about the internal part of yourself and building your internal part of yourself, because that's the most important part, because it's the part where you're supposed to be self-sufficient, and it's the part where you are supposed to be producing. So this is spiritual warfare we going into right now. This is spiritual. It's like, you know, you are being attacked emotionally, psychologically, in every way possible. And the only way to overcome this attack is by elevating your mind. And you know, we got to understand that a major thing about ascension and growth is that you got to get out your comfort zone. You got to be uncomfortable. You have to get out your psychological safety net in order for you to reach the next level within yourself. So, boom. When you trying to grow internally, you start to realize that you're going to have to be by yourself. You're going to have to be by yourself, and you're going to have to
Let me jump in for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's in that?
Yeah,
note?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, because I like to jump in when I hear that. Yes, because I can attest, he can attest, but I can honestly speak on being by yourself, because we're never alone. We're always protected by our ancestors. I know y'all see our new get up in the back. Check us out. You know how we do, baby. But anyways, at the end of the day, you have a spiritual tribe. So you're always connected. You know, we're all connected through spirit, but in these physical bodies, you know, when you're alone, you consider by yourself. So he's absolutely right, man. That dark night of the soul, me and my kids just finished watching Malcolm X, right? And I don't know if you guys remember the scene where he basically completely transferred from Red to the beginning phases of becoming Malcolm X, you know, because basically when you're forced to go to prison or some type of confinement, whatever it may be, when you're forced on lockdown by a pandemic or whatever it may be, you're forced to be alone and you're forced to be with your thoughts, okay? Now, once again, what we did when this pandemic started was we decided to do the opposite of the rest of the world. We started studying and doing research, and we started to divert from everybody else. You know what I mean? Because that's all we ever knew was being around people, distractions, party. We were throwing parties. Tell them, babe, we were doing everything that everybody else is probably still doing. But we realized that you have to go within to beat this, all right? You can't beat anything outside of this besides going in. So just to sum it up, going through a dark night of the soul is when you choose to take that time and to completely break down from all the trauma, anything bad that's happened to you, and you embrace it, okay? And when I mean you embrace it, you embrace it. What that means, you're breaking down and you're crying, you're calling people and apologizing, you're apologizing to yourself. It's just a lot of things that you're holding in. You're bottling, because what we do as human beings, we compartmentalize trauma. And when things happen that are very, very traumatic, we like to completely block it out of our memory. And it's very, very possible. So when you go through a dark night of the soul, you're breaking down all those walls that you pretty much created. You created all these barriers in your mind. And that dark night of the soul is the night you decide, the day, whatever, you decide, I'm ready to heal. You know what I mean?
Right. Because we can't survive moving through our ego, right? And this is where we get into perception and higher dimensional thinking, because right now we're in a situation where we can't rely on our five senses. We can't just rely on our logic, you know, saying that the things we can touch, see, smell, hear, and taste. We have to have a sixth sense, a level of spirit, you know. So you can't go to the store and buy intuition. We can't go to the store and buy courage. We can't, you know, the physical, external, when we looking, we got to understand that the powers that be control everything external of us. So what we got to do is go internal, and we got to create a parallel universe, kind of like the Amish community when they took away horses and carriages, and they started building all the highways, and motorized vehicles started taking over. They paved all the roads, took the brick away. The Amish community said, you know what, we still gonna rock our horses. We still gonna we don't like all this technology. We gonna stay in our form of living and create a parallel universe. Like, we not gonna be involved in y'all activities and be involved in society. And that's basically what we're being forced to here on this realm on Earth. So there are people that don't want to take the spiritual route, that aren't spiritual, and don't see the benefit of going within themselves. So they end up becoming angry dealing with this world, because this world will drive you crazy, especially right now with this pandemic, with them taking away our rights, with taking away the way we've been comfortable to living. People aren't going to be able to have a psychological safety net.
That's why you see so much death happening too. I know you guys, if you have two eyes, you can see it, you know what I mean? And it's just truly, it's hard to see it, but the world has shifted, you know? And so instead of sitting back and being depressed and, you know, grieving, because once again, we've lost both of our parents, in this shift. And it's like, we've still been moving because we decided to go within, you know, we've taken this journey, and we truly want you guys to take it too, because this is the only way to defeat the Matrix, period. All right. A lot of people want to run from what's happening. They think you can go to a different part of the country, or you can go to a different state. They think you can run away from it, or I'm just going to run. I'm going to take my family and I'm out of here. I'm going to Africa. It's going to end up being global, because once they change this to New World Order, if we, you know, don't create this parallel universe, it's going to become global eventually. So you can't really run, you know, and then you either have the people that are trying to run, or once again, people who are in complete denial and they're pretending like it's not happening. They're cognitive dissonances.
Right.
And so therefore, that's the two options. So the third option you have for freedom is to go within, because when you hear that slogan, you have to change yourself to change the world. It's so cliche, but it's so real, because you can't physically beat these powers up, you know?
Yeah, they can manipulate the weather. So we over here stalking up guns against people that can send a 5 category
you
tornado.
got cannons and shit. I mean,
yeah, man, they can send a nuclear missile and just blow up the whole. So it's like
they got smart dust, for God's sake. I mean,
come on, man. Like, so when we talking about a pandemic, and internally we have to get healthy, because right now, I don't see vegans or healthy people that exercise 2, 3 times, 4 times a week stressing about their health like right now. Like, it's only unhealthy people or people that don't have the willpower to take care of themselves, right? So, and this is where we acknowledge, like, why certain people have it so rough in life. And you got to acknowledge some people are self-sabotaging and desensational intentionally, and they call out as if they're being victimized, but really they just victimizing themselves, you know, because people, we all know people that hang around toxic, negative people that don't exercise, don't got no dreams, don't care about nothing in life. And
we were just those people, right? So we can relate, you know.
Right. So we was just like this. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you when you doing all this hanging around it, then you act like you like partying and drinking and acting like you like being lusted upon. So what happens is you reap what you sow. What goes around comes around, and you act like you don't want these benefits or this stuff happening to you, but really you victimizing yourself because you feel like you're not worth nothing better. You know, you afraid of success and afraid of saying I'm worth this, and I'm gonna stand on what I feel like I'm worth.
And I'm gonna chime in as Black people, you know, we're melanated and elevated, so we're talking to everybody. We're helping humanity, but we're helping our people, because once again, we need the most help. They have strategically kept us at the bottom, and it's truly sad to see it, you know, try to encourage our people, and it's just so much hate in our community. It makes me sad, you know, instead of teaching knowledge or just trying to help your fellow brother or sister, people are just too busy killing or just hating on each other. Anybody got a little bit of extra money or material things, and it's just you trying to kill the next man, you know what I mean? So the moral of the story is you have a void. And the reason why you're so apt to want to steal from your own brother or sister, why you're just depressed, you know, you're not happy, and you're blaming the world for your unhappiness, and you're just so angry, is because you haven't took that dark night of the soul, first of all. So you still have all this trauma, once again, that you're just holding back. And second of all, we're in the age of everything being revealed. The veil is being removed from everything. So all these demons are out to play. You can't hide them anymore. They're out. You know what I mean? So if you're not moving right, and you're not doing anything to try to connect with source, you're not asking for answers from the creator, it's rough out here. You're literally, like I said, you're open bait for them to possess you. You know,
and
real
people,
shit.
And can I say something to that? Because people think that demons are outside of these bodies or just attacking the demons are stored inside of these bodies. And every negative quality, negative thought, demons are moving inside of people. And when you do that internal, when your third eye open and you done did the work, people can't hide their demons, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. Your body mannerisms, like, people may put on a fake front, right? You know what I'm saying? But they can't hide the look in their eyes. They can't hide their mannerisms and their body languages. And demons, the thing about demons is when you're around a real positive angelic star seed, you know, demons get exposed. Like it just irritates their soul. Like
tell the story about that time when we was out doing on our activists and we were speaking to we were at Franklin Park. Yeah. And the girl, like the demon, just tell them that story.
Oh man, so like we made a video, they deleted it off our YouTube. So we walking around trying to interview people, see how they feel about the vaccine, right? And we got fuck that vaccine shirts on, right? So we just walking and we see a young brother and a woman, and we walking up like in a brother and we, yeah, what's going on, brother? And the woman with the mask on in the Franklin Park, she just,
I mean, God, I cannot make this up. I've had the craziest things happening with these spirits and these demons and people. It's been real crazy.
Man,
in
like
this last
she just
year.
Started cowering away as we started walking
but
forward.
But this woman was terrified. It was it's not like we were doing anything. We didn't have a gun or nothing. We literally just walked up like, how you doing? You know, we're good looking people. It ain't like we look crazy. And she was like terrified. Man, and she started backing up. Like she started like backing up away from her dude. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Then I had a random white woman, you know, she was Christian. I'm at the mall with the kids. We had ran into Eastland Mall real quick. And long story short, you know how they walk up to you with the pamphlets trying to get you to become religious and everything. I used to be religious, so I didn't really entertain it too long, but I was very friendly about it. You know, she's like, oh, we believe in faith. In our religion, we believe in righteousness. And that's everything we believe in, you know, being spiritual. So I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'll go ahead and take your pamphlet, man. You know, you have a great day. Then she just wouldn't let me go. She's like, well, so you're not religious? I'm like, I'm spiritual. You know, I gave her an example. If God was the ocean, we will all be water bottles from that ocean. You know, we have that same power that God has because we are a part of God, you know. And she basically, like, I don't know what this was, but she just was not accepting my answer. So me and my kids are walking away and she responds, well, Jesus rose on the third day. I'm like, that's good. All right. That's okay. You have a great day. And she started following me. Like she's following me and my kids trying to beat this concept of Jesus Christ in my head. I can't make this up, y'all. And it's like, this is how people are moving right now. Okay. It's been so many different weird situations. Like even with him, man.
Losing their mind. People losing their mind. Man. And I drive from my city's public transit. Like, so driving a public, when you drive in a bus, all you see is just crazy stuff. But since this pandemic starting, it's getting crazier. It's getting crazier. People are vibing so low, they're getting so desperate. People are just getting to a state of vulnerability where they start to feel like there ain't no point in living. There ain't no why. Like I just feel like giving up. People feel like giving up, and people don't have the strength to really take that journey. And I have empathy because I used to hang around negative people. I used to be scared to take that journey. I couldn't see myself not eating meat. I couldn't see myself not drinking. I ain't gonna lie, like alcohol was part of my everyday life. Like, and I enjoy having a drink when I get off work. But I noticed since I've cut that off, I've really changed. My memory's the same. The way I retain knowledge, the way I can it's like when I get into a conversation with somebody randomly, it's like the information just prioritizes itself inside of my head and just comes out just naturally, you know? And it's like, I feel like I've unlocked my DNA in some way. Like, you know, like nothing I do now, I've completely changed and I've battled my demons head on. Exactly like my wife has. Like it's hard to really look at the things that's holding you back and like, you know what, I'm gonna change that. We are
our biggest enemy. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at your biggest enemy. Every single day you should be trying to beat that person that you see in the mirror. All right, because I told you, even to this day, I lost like 50-60 pounds. Well, I don't even keep track of the numbers, but I bring this up again because I'm still battling the urges to want to eat bad or just not work out. People think that in life and when you're growing, it just stops. Like you could just get reach a goal and then you're able to just keep on moving and get comfortable. No, you're never truly comfortable when you're growing because people that you see are successful, they are constantly uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing. Like he said, when you're moving in this universe and you don't know your purpose, you know, you're not connected to the source at all. You have no help from the source. So the universe is not working with you. So you're literally working against yourself just by not asking for help from the source, okay? Then everybody knows we can't say for sure if it's Allah, God, the creator. the source, whatever you want to call it, but there's some creator. We know that. We can argue about what the name of it is, but we know there's a creator, okay? So even if we know this is a simulation, we know the whole ballgame, we know about all of that. But if you're too logical, you're not going to make it because the universe is not logical, okay? And so once again, I'm going to let you jump in, but if you're only operating through your 5 senses, you're not going to make it. You're going to be one of those people that get shifted away because you can't ascend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're stuck, if you're stagnant and you're not connected to the source. So either you're ascending or you're descending. There is no in between. Either you're around people who are bringing you down or you're vibing so high they can't mess with you. You know what I mean? So take that trip, man.
Yeah, we got to. And there's so many false prophets out right now. So many people that are walking the walk. I mean, talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Like there's people that are fronting on their social medias and they you know, saying it in public, but behind closed doors they evil. No, not following none of the stuff that they teaching. So we gotta. This is why it's important to go within yourself, because when you go within yourself, you can see you can see a snake a snake in sheep's clothing. You can see, you know, people can't hide their demons. So that internal journey, that you could spot a fake prophet, like, because there's been so many leaders that are leading us in the wrong direction and getting our attention focused on things that ain't important, you know. So
in the black community, we're constantly being attacked, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up because you're gonna see they're trying to, you know, get our young men to go the other way. They're confusing our kids, or they're literally promoting bashing black women. I'm gonna keep saying this because I keep seeing it. This has been going on all summer. There's no solutions. These same men are still doing the same thing, trying to tear our black families apart. I don't care what anybody says.
Solutions.
None. And these people are agents. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, they are literally being paid to infiltrate our community to keep us separate, because the scariest thing for the elite, for these white people, is to see a strong black family. Period.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, like Lauryn Hill said, when you take that dark night of the soul, you're stronger. Like you know, that whole CD she made when she was waking up, and she been telling the industry, I'm not gonna be a part of this. I've been conscious. So at the end of the day, you take that trip, you can beat them now. You don't have to be a part of it with the bull crap.
Right.
Because spiritually they can't mess with you.
Not to make it too long, is you got to do the inner work. We got to do the inner work if we're gonna reach the next level within ourselves. And some people are stuck, and we can't hang around them people that are stuck. If you notice that one of your friends is not growing, they gotta go. You know, or if they trick you and make you think that they growing and you hanging around them and you see that they not, then I'm gonna go, because it's gonna hurt me hanging around you.
And honestly, just to chime in, I'm just gonna say they're gonna disappear on their own, because when you're vibing so high, their demons can't mess with you because you're just vibing too high.
Right.
So it's like the ladies, and they're gonna just cut themselves off eventually.
Some people that was hitting you up all the time gonna stop hitting you up now, cause you don't like to drink. Forget. You ain't going to the club no more. You ain't online playing Call of Duty or Madden. Like, you ain't gambling, man. You don't want to go to the casino no more. Nah. Shit.
Boy. You reading?
You reading books, man? Like, man, come on, let's go to the strip club. Come, what's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta work on ourselves. We gotta cut out negative influences, and we gotta ascend mentally. Ascend mentally, because here on Melanated and Elevated, it's all about ascending mentally and mental elevation. So it ain't nothing but love, y'all, and let's get it.
Hey, I'm just letting it end it on here. If you want some mental clarity, take that dark night. If not, good luck. We love y'all. Peace.